everybody, and welcome to episode 52 of the Improv Games Cast here on youtube.com/Improv Gaming.
Wake up. Wake up.
What?
Usually I'm more up and excited.
Yeah.
I thought it's been a rough day. Bear with me. But don't worry, we have great stuff coming your way. I'm joined, of course, with Mr. Pushy himself. He only has the best ponytail in the business.
It's alright.
It's fabulous.
It's actually,
Thank you.
It's fabulous.
It is. It's entrancing, as Pete was saying earlier.
Mr. Nicholas.
How's it going tonight, everybody?
To my left. He's only the biggest Zelda fan in the world. Don't believe me, he has the tattoo of the Triforce on his right arm. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Children of all ages.
Mr. Jeremy Bird.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Biggest Zelda fan in the world, coming at you once again.
I'll stop interrupting you now.
That's fine.
I have a very important point to make.
I have a very important. And I'm Pete, and I'm wondering. I don't know what I'm wondering this week.
Damn it, Pete. That is not how we do
That
this.
is horrible.
I wrote everything down, and yet I didn't write anything down. So my wondering this week is going to be, what is your favorite season?
Oh.
The year. Fall, winter, summer, spring.
Hockey season.
Don't even talk to me.
Spring.
Spring? Why?
It's not too hot, not too cold.
Summer.
Why?
Because I walk around in a pair of shorts every single day. And
I walk around naked.
No, just a pair of shorts every day I'm off from work.
I like the
And
fall.
You get to be outside.
I like the fall because, it's the leaves and you can jump in like you're 4 years old. I still jump in the leaves. And then I have to rig them back up.
Did you learn from the Peanuts? Don't jump in with a wet lollipop.
I've never seen the Peanuts.
You ever watched the Peanuts Thanksgiving special?
No.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Have you seen the Peanuts thing, Sarah?
Everybody has seen the Peanuts Thanksgiving special.
I have yet to see it. And I have no interest in it.
What's wrong with you?
It's like stupid, isn't it?
It's Peanuts, bro.
I've never seen Peanuts.
Charlie Brown?
No.
I think you just realized what Peanuts means.
Charlie Brown. Yeah, and Snoopy or Snoppy.
No, did you just say
You're
sloppy?
fired. Get out. Get out.
I've never seen Peanuts. I apologize for all the Peanuts.
What the hell is wrong with you? You're out of the show. Get out of here.
You've never... That's actually pretty interesting. You've never seen Peanuts.
Should I?
Yeah, dude. It's kind of like a staple of like American tradition is watching Peanuts.
On
Christmas?
Thanksgiving.
No, just period. Just like it's like Friends. Like if you've never seen Friends, like people are like, why have you never seen Friends? Or what's it called? Or Seinfeld.
I need to
or
watch
Springer. like if you've never seen
Do
Springer.
you have Hulu on the
Springer?
sidebar? You don't.
Oh,
yeah. We've had this conversation. I'm really debating because I've been watching some Seinfeld episodes and I'm like, damn, I should really get Hulu and just watch and binge watch Seinfeld.
No, I have Hulu. Yeah.
And it's worth it.
I don't pay for it. I get the free Hulu.
Oh yeah, you do it after,
Yeah.
right? Okay. I gotta look into that.
Did you wake up?
No, I'm awake. Let me
It's
know.
cheaper than cable. I mean, like if you move out in your own apartment, like
That's what I was
between
thinking.
Netflix, Hulu, and you're still paying less than cable.
Yeah, all I would need
What's
is
the other
internet.
one? The other one, yeah, internet. Like you're still paying less than cable.
I have Amazon Instant Video, but that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
all right. It's not. I think Hulu is probably the best.
Probably,
It looks
yeah.
like.
You got a lot more like quality things because a lot of people use their internet through Hulu. Like Comedy Central does all their internet stuff through Hulu.
Yeah.
So like instead of it being like Comedy Central has to make the videos, they go to Hulu. Hulu will make the videos and put the videos on their website.
Yeah, like South Park.
Yeah, like South Park.
Yeah, I get you.
So like embedding a YouTube video somewhere else. It's the same.
Nice.
Hulu does that for a lot, like Fox, Comedy Central,
Yeah, because they have
NBC.
like
They have
Empire
contracts with
and
all of
everything.
them
Yep.
and shit like that.
I definitely have to check that out.
The
Let
more
me-
you know.
Yeah, the more you know. Let me know if you have Hulu in the comments and if it's worth getting. But if you didn't know,
Looking at you, Mount Crushmore. I just like saying the name.
Not Crushmore.
that's a great name. If you didn't know, this is the best and greatest video games gamecast in all of Mushroom Kingdom, of all Albion, and all the past, present, and future locations featured in the Assassin's Creed series. And will it be a great series? We'll find out Friday on Nick's show when he talks about Assassin's Creed Syndicate in our WYSP series.
WYSP series.
If you didn't know, we are three friends who every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday bring you topics, whether it be why should you play a game or just VR or just really whatever the hot news is or what we want to talk about. We also give you one-up news featured by Mr. Jeremy Bird or myself.
More likely like him right now.
But big news coming. We also give you Let's Plays every Tuesday and Thursday. And if you're interested, because you're watching this because you want to know how I feel about Quantum Break, you can also check out my Let's Play over here on youtube.com/improvgaming, where I play, I believe, Chapter 1, Act 3. So it's not too much into the game, but you get a nice sense of what you can do in the game. Very nice, about 20 minutes, not too crazy.
I like what I saw.
Yeah, it was fun. I'll get into it in just a couple moments, but if that actually sounds good to you guys, you should definitely hit that subscribe button down there. You can also comment, like Science Mad Gamer. We had a
Mad Gamer. Awesome.
We had a great conversation about Uncharted and if it was overrated. If you haven't checked that out, that previous thing. Yeah, so if that sounds good to you, also share us with your friends. Keeps the lights on so we can see our pretty faces. That way Nick might be able to afford a cup so I don't have to drink from the bottle.
I love you, Pete.
And now on to the show.
You didn't even finish it.
What's wrong with you?
Now on to the show.
That's not, like, how did you put that much effort into not chugging it? Like, you really went all, like, balls to the wall and, like, there's still tons of it left.
That's like him chugging a beer and it's like, alright, halfway through he's like, oh yeah, good beer. I'm like,
No, that's like him chugging a beer and then, like you pick it up afterwards and it's completely full.
That little trick where you keep it, you just go, but you keep it in your mouth and nothing seems to be moving. I don't even have a place to put it. I am probably going to need water.
Where it was?
I think it was there.
back where it started.
So if you're new to this show, welcome. We have a thing called the WYSP, which is Why You Should Play, where each of us focuses on a game and we tell you if it's worth your time, not worth your time, and from there you make your decision. Kind of like a review type thing, but in a cool, different way. Today is all about Quantum Break.
Quantum Break, the newly released game.
Came out last week, if you're watching this on Monday, which is when you should be watching it. But I said to you, off camera, well, explain to them what I said to you off camera. Exactly.
Well, Pete's walking away from me after telling me about, well, not telling me about Quantum Break, just mentioning Quantum Break. And he goes, you know what I have to say? It's probably my new PsyOps. And I was, wait, what? And he's like, I have to use the bathroom, hold on. And, no, Pete, no, you don't walk away from that. So, my point being that PsyOps was kind of a sleeper hit. Like
one of my favorite games of all time.
And I love the game. So I kind of got caught off guard because it was like a kind of spur of the moment buy. Didn't think much of it. Bought it, started playing it, fell madly in love with the game. But Quantum Break, like, there's so much hype behind it. So if he's saying that it had the same effect on him as PsyOp did, then I'm just wondering, like, how good is the game if it became your new PsyOp?
Let me tell you.
Please
Let
do.
me tell you. Take a walk with me, Jed.
I have a question after that, but go ahead.
What's your question first?
Who's the character modeled after? The main character.
The actor is...
I can't remember where he's from.
I know, I've seen him in a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
I can't think
The villain is from Game of Thrones. He plays Littlefinger. Love him. I'm not sure if you can look that up. I will.
He's Iceman from X-Men.
Oh, that's where he is. I couldn't
Yes.
think of
Oh, there we go. So now, let me paint you a little bit of the beginning because it's not a spoiler type thing. Basically, you get a call from, and I'm just going to call him Littlefinger. His name is Paul in the game. He's Littlefinger, though. The antagonist of the game. So Paul calls you up and says, hey, name escapes me. What is his name in
Sean
the game?
Ashmore.
Sean. In the game? Or
No, that's his
not
real-
the actor.
that's his
yeah.
real name.
What's the actor's name is,
That's right. The actor.
Jack.
Jack Joyce.
Jack, yeah. So he's like, hey, Jack,
Sorry.
I want you to come over to the university. I got something to show you. So Jack's like, all right. He goes, just don't tell your brother Will. So you're like, all right. So you go over, and immediately I felt like it was like setting up a movie.
Okay.
Like what games do. So you go over, and he goes, I have something great to show you. He goes, I didn't want to tell your brother because he would try to disband it. But he goes, if I don't show you this, they're going to take my funds away. Like, basically, this is what has to happen. And he basically shows how time works and, like, that he can create a moment where he comes back and sees his former self, blah, 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 blah. So, basically, Jack, right? Jack?
Yep.
Jack is interested. Sorry, the names. Jack's very interested. But then, of course, Will comes in and tries to, like, stop it because he's like, no, Paul's doing this for the wrong reasons, Littlefinger. Basically creating craziness. Paul's stuck in basically the time changer, we'll call it. And basically he gets stuck, so he goes through and gets all these different powers. Jake gets hit with all these different things, and basically that's where it happens where Will and Jake escape from the lab when Paul's still in it, who's the antagonist, and basically you're going through FBI agents type characters are trying to get you, and during this time you're learning everything. And what's cool about the game, and especially the beginning, like at some points it freezes, like the game freezes, where like you can go up to an enemy, take their gun, and then they'll just be holding nothing, you know? And then once time comes in, they'll be going to shoot at you and being like, oh, what are we supposed to do, you know? Like confused by the thing. Now, that's basically the premise of the beginning, and then you see Paul later on become the antagonist. Spoilers, I'm not going to get into. Something happens, and it sets up the rest of the game. Basically, you're here to stop the company that Paul is working with. And so let me tell you about the fundamentals of the game. Very well done, I think, for a shooter. I was worried because I'm like, the time manipulation. I really like my third-person shooters. I've been a fan of Alan Wake, who made this game. But combat is on point.
Goes
I
the
mean,
weasel?
what?
Yeah. Goes the weasel.
That's it.
Yeah.
So,
Pete always does that.
do I really?
Yeah, you do.
That's
All the
my-
time. Whenever, like, that's your thing. Like, it happens rarely, but like if you have like an emphasis on something, you always do the.
It must be true. They said it. You gotta point it out every time I do it now. Like when you hear it, you should be like, there it is.
There-
I'm like, shit, because I don't realize I do it.
No,
half the
you
time.
don't. You don't.
So
Like when we were waiting 30 seconds of silence and you did it, and we're just looking at him. Why would you do that? And you're just like, what?
I know, right? But okay, so let me explain the cool mechanics of this. Now you know your Gears of War, your Divisions, your Uncharted, where it's cover based.
Okay.
What's cool about this is he will go, the main character, Jack, will go into cover, but not go into cover. Like, he'll see, like, this table and go behind it, but not physically be on it. So you can move at ease, and then when you're away, he gets up.
Oh,
So
so
it's-
like he's like kind of like it's kind of like a sticky thing where like he gets to it and then he kind of like
Yeah.
gets to it, but there's still a gap, so then it's not like he's glued to it.
Yeah.
Like for instance, Metal Gear Solid, when you used to stick up to everything, like it was like you were pretty much glued to the corner and you couldn't really.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I got what you're saying.
So it's very cool, and it's also very helpful, where, like, you're not struck by going, oh, I gotta go behind corner. You just go, and he goes into it, and you're like, perfect. So, I love that in gameplay. So now,
Sounds good. I like it a lot.
let me tell you about the cool things with the powers, which reminds me of PsyOps in many ways. They don't give you a bombardment of stuff. Mm-hmm. Little by little, they give you this stuff, and each time you're like, damn, that's pretty cool. Like, one of the first things you get is you can freeze a certain player or a certain enemy. So basically what you can do is, I almost did it.
yeah,
I know.
almost did it.
You go, and basically it freezes him. So then you could take your gun and shoot. So that usually the bubble is blue, or it is blue, and then when you shoot, it will turn red, saying like basically you're gonna hit him. He's probably gonna die.
Nice.
So what's cool is then you can go fight off these other enemies, and then when it unfreezes, you just see the guy in the corner of your eye
drop.
fly backwards.
Ragdoll physics.
Yeah, a great ragdoll physics.
Yeah.
And it's cool because like you could just do that, and then a bullet could be shooting at you, and you can get this new not later in the game, but like maybe 15-20 minutes in after you got the freeze, you get a shield where like you can run up, and a shield from time can save you, and then like the bullets will reject.
Okay.
Then you get
Nice.
like it's just all these different things. The latest thing I got was like a time burst, where basically there's a group of enemies, you hold it, and then just send out a burst, and they go flying backwards.
Kind of like Yu Hakusho with the shotgun blast.
So it's cool because, and I know there's a dash coming.
Yeah, there's gotta be.
Yeah.
But like it's cool because like it changes up everything. Like you could be going against these people and just be like, all right, I'm going to freeze you. I'm going to take you out here. Then he's going to unfreeze. I'm going to freeze this guy. Then he And the nice thing is with enemies, when you think you killed everybody in games, then you're like, all right, let me continue, and then you'll get shot by that douchebag. What Quantum Break does very nicely, and it might piss off people after an extent. It hasn't been annoying me. After you clear a room, the last guy you kill, it will be like a slow motion kill.
Oh, okay. Kind of
So-
like what's that game?
Max Payne.
Is it Max Payne that does
I'm
that?
guessing.
I think it's Max Payne, but there's another game that does it too, where it goes into a slow motion.
I know
once
Is
you get
that
to the last
was
person.
that the sniper game where if you shoot someone in the head?
Oh no, the sniper game is like if you get like one of the dope shots, like
Yeah, it's I
There's
know
some
what
sniper game I
so-
remember if you like got a perfect like kill shot, you would see like their head go back. And
yeah, no, that was Sniper Elite that would do that. Like you would see like
Yeah.
it would go into the X-ray vision and you would see the bullet passing through all the different organs.
But it's cool because it's so, and then you're like, all right, now continuing on, the story is very engaging. So you have all these powers, you have all these things, and then you think, can it get any better? And here's the interesting part: after you play X amount of chapters in the act, you then become Paul. And with Paul, the antagonist, and you play as him, and basically you have to make a choice. And this is where the live action comes in. Where, depending on the choice, and what's nice that Quantum Break does is, say, the first choice is, do you want your corporation to be evil where everybody sees you as evil, or do you want to be perceived as good, and helping people?
So you're saying you want to be good or be infamous?
To a knowledge, yes. But you have these
You're
choices.
welcome.
But what's
No
cool
problem.
is it actually shows you like things that could happen,
Okay.
So what happens is
So like it'll say like evil corporation, good corporation, and it'll give you bullet points of what.
well, it will show you in video
okay,
what will
okay.
happen.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like I was making a decision with the best camera girl in the business, and I was like, okay, this is that one choice. What about this one? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go with this choice. I'm not gonna tell you guys because spoilers. And then what happens is it goes into a 20-25 minute live action like TV show, and because of the choice you make, is what episode will be played out on the TV show.
Very nice.
And I was just like, this is fascinating. And does it deal with the main game? Yes, but it has, the first one that I've had was a complete side thing about the choice that I made affected one of the higher ups. And you see him dealing with that. And it's just very well done. But it's cool because that has time where like your choice defies the story. But you could do these time ripples. Let me tell you what time ripples are. Time ripples are, say you find an item, like I found a statue, and I went with Paul and it goes time ripple, and he goes, put this in my office, I don't want you to throw it away. So during the live action, when you're at the desk, you see the item you picked up on the desk, which normally wouldn't be there if you didn't have it. So it affected, not the, like it would have been there or wouldn't have been there, it didn't affect, but it's cool to see, hey, this affected it.
Yeah.
What else? I'm trying to get as much info as I can. How's it sound to you guys so far, though?
So far, it sounds good. I mean, you had me at psyops.
I'm telling you,
Like
but
you
it's,
sold me when you said psyops, and now listening to like what the powers are, like I can see how this could be very
like I said,
similar to psyops.
look at
which is-
psyops where you had the telekinesis. Okay, you
Yeah.
learned that. Then you had the mind control. You
Yeah.
learned that. And it's like this. And I know that I'm still fairly early in the game. I'll give you my full thoughts when I finish the game. But indulge me, guys. I am taking my time with it. I was happy Uncharted 4 got released because I'm like, this is the first game, and I said it to a couple people. This is the first game I want to take my time and enjoy the story. I was excited for Far Cry Primal, but I knew I wasn't going to love Far Cry Primal, and I've said it to you guys and on the show. This game, I was like, I know I'm going to love this game. Let me just enjoy this, And it's cool because it still has those, and it has, other things. The puzzles in it. Say...
A puzzle, you say?
Yes, a puzzle. I know. Say, this is what happens in the game. You have a gate and a switch. You hit the switch, but when you go to run to the gate,
It closes.
it closes. So what do? You do that stoppage in time power, and then you see it slowly come back, and you run. And it's cool because then the character will be like, "What's happening here?" Like, how did you do that? And it's like, oh, it's complicated.
That reminds me of God of War a little bit with the green stones that you would hit and then the gate slowly...
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, I like it.
But it's cool because I would figure that the combat would take it down, but I'm like, I get in a room, I'm like, okay, I'm going to freeze this guy, I'm going to do this. Okay, shield, Okay, now I'm going to do a blast and take all these guys out, Oh, there's a guy sniping up there, let me freeze him for a moment, I'll get back to him, And I know that I haven't hit all the powers yet, so I'm excited to see what happens, And it's something where you want to keep looking, and the more you look, the more it drives the narrative. Like if you miss a couple things, you might miss stuff from the narrative, both in the live action and gameplay. You know, but it's cool because, for example, in the live action, and you've seen this in demos. You remember that van scene?
Yes.
Where like it basically is the live action version of the van scene, and then it's you playing after the van scene, you know? And it's just a cool thing where it's like, okay, there I saw what happened. So this is where he went when I know where the story went for these guys. So it's giving you two different stories, which I like, you know? And people are complaining saying, oh, the live action is going to take away from the game. It's not the best part. But it's so interesting that I'm like, you know what, I can get behind this. The first live action I had, the story was so cool with the higher up basically, because of my decision, basically going, was that the right call? And him following himself home and being like, oh, we found Jack, let's go get him, you know, and all these different things. So you see his side thing, and then it all comes to the van where afterwards, you know, it's very well done. And I'm happy with the guns. So far, I have a pistol, which is nice. I have a nice SMG or assault rifle, whatever you choose, and a shotgun. I'm like, that's all I need. Because I'm like, you run up shotgun, you know. I just ran into guys that actually can use time too, so that's a cool mentality to be like, okay, these guys can use time. So I can't freeze them because they'll just shoot past. So what can I do? Oh, I'll use my burst to blow them down, you know, have them hit something, you know what I mean? It's just very, very engaging. And I was worried because I was like, you know, I wanted a good game, and this has so far been delivering. And I feel a psyops where I'm like, this game, it's interesting to where the story is going to go. You can have some idea, because honestly, we could have the same first choice, but our second choice can be vastly different. Yeah. And that's the other thing that I'm surprised I'm about to say. Me, from what you guys know, I like to play games, and I'm like, I'm done. That's it for me. But with this game, I was like, you know what? I'm going to write down all the choices I did, and then I'm going to play this game again because I want to, and do completely different choices, and see two completely different stories, which I'm excited to see. I'm like, okay, I'm going to play this way first, and then I'm going to play the other way, and I'm going to see how
it differs.
And it's funny because after you make a big decision, like what Telltale does, it goes, oh, 30% of the community chose what you chose. And I go, wow, I'm the scum of the earth for choosing that, I guess. So I open it up to absolutely. I open it to you guys for any questions you may have in the game so far.
So far, it sounds amazing. Too bad I don't have an Xbox One.
Yeah, that's true. So
this is where Nick goes crazy.
So you have live action sequences that tie directly into the game, right?
Basically, it's like best way I could put it is the one, and I don't want to spoil anything, so that's why I'm trying to be loosey goosey with it. But the one decision, like you basically see one of the higher ups and his story and how what happened to him. When you go back to the gameplay, you see, oh, okay, this is what Jack was doing the whole time.
Okay.
You know,
gotcha.
Okay. This was Jack up to the point where you both converged and met, and then this is where Jack went after, and this is where he went after.
Gotcha.
And it's a cool mentality to be like, okay, this is what happened. But it would be interesting to see.
So is it like live action cutscenes?
Yeah,
essentially?
It's a live action show. It's a TV show, and you see Paul, aka Littlefinger, as his actual actor, and they're actually acting, and they have these.
So basically, you're playing a game that is based on a television show, or that is a television show.
Yeah,
like the game that you're playing is a television show.
Yeah, like you have the cutscenes in game.
Kind of reminds me of like Death Battle. I'm sorry, Death Race, TV show.
Yeah. Well, kind of, but Death Race is more like you're watching a movie about people on a television show, whereas this is you're actually playing the characters that are in the television show. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
It's like you have the gameplay cutscenes, which you know is gameplay, but once it's live action, I just go, all right, let me watch this for 25 minutes.
Quick time event.
No, but there is not. It's just pure, just live action, like the actors being there talking and everything, and it's like looks fantastic. You know how they integrated everything.
Now, how does the live action look or how does the gameplay? I should say, how do the gameplay graphics look compared to the live action?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
You could tell it's Paul, aka Littlefinger.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'm not looking for if you can tell. I'm like.
But it looks like you obviously there's obvious difference. You could tell gameplay, but it's so where I'm like, you know what, this is a beautiful game because Quantum Break and Remedy does beautiful games. Alan Wake was a great, beautiful game for the 360, and Quantum Break is no different. And to see it and just be like, okay, but to have the live action, I'm like, that's cool. Now I can actually see how the actors look in real life. You know, I know what Littlefinger looks like. I know what the main character looks like.
But I know what they all look like in real life.
But but to see like actors you never heard of, to see in real life, I'm like, that's kind of cool. And it's just it's seamless. Once you make the choice, it goes in to the cutscene. And what's cool is, let me explain. What Quantum Break does is to begin gameplay, it will have Quantum Break and it shatters into a white Quantum Break. When it's going to live action, it goes to orange. So okay,
Nice.
Here comes the Quantum Break live action, and then it will be like to be continued after Act 2. So you play these chapters, and then okay, my next big decision. I have yet to get to the second live action. Like I said, when I do, you guys will get my full thoughts on it. But for right now, is it worth buying? Absolutely. It's a must buy especially if you're an Xbox fan, or if you have the Xbox One. Definitely check it out.
Definitely
yes, you have your Call of Duties, your Gears of War Ultimate Edition, but for this, gameplay is just fun. The only reason I've died is stupid mistakes. Like I would run across something that's going to break, but what I have to really do is just freeze it so it doesn't break, run across, and then I'm fine.
Yeah.
I haven't died in combat. Not saying that it's easy. I'm just saying, like, it's just as of right now, it's very fun to go. Okay, I'm freezing this guy. This guy's shooting me. Okay, let me turn here. But he's unfreezing. Let me take 2 shotguns. That way when it explodes, he'll fly across the room. Any other questions?
No,
I think we covered it.
I think we covered it.
But yeah, definitely check out the Let's Play if you want to see the game in action. I play. Basically, what happens in this is Will gets captured, Jack's brother, and basically you have to go and you go through the university. You have some gameplay. I show off some of the different stuff. You see some of the gameplay. Definitely check it out. About 20-minute video. Definitely over here on youtube.com/improvgaming. Definitely fun. If you want to take my word, go for it. If you want to check out a little bit of the gameplay, check that out. I will probably be streaming it a couple more times, so make sure you check that out on twitch.tv/improvcap. But beyond that, definitely worth it. Remedy does great if you were a fan of Alan Wake. And it gets you over till Gears of War 4. And I feel like
There you go. That's what I like to hear.
This will just be a nice, it's hard to explain it. I want to take my time. It's one of the first games I'm like, I'm going to take my time, explore every nook and cranny, and just enjoy the time I have. And it's been nothing but an utter delight. I'm rambling. I apologize. I think that's so. Definitely check all that stuff out. This is pretty much the end of the episode, but I do have a funny story to tell you guys. So I went to GameStop, and this is for also the fans. I went to GameStop the other day to pick up Quantum Break, right? And the guy goes, "I have a special deal for you." He goes, "Trade in your old Xbox One," and he goes, "You'll get this Quantum Break white Xbox for $42." I said, "What?" He goes, "Trade in your Xbox One," and he goes, "I'll give you this brand new Quantum Break edition, limited edition one for $42. Did I do it?
No.
You did.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I know.
No. And I'll tell you what. Number one, for you guys who watch the show, big Insomniac fan. So when Sunset Overdrive was coming out with a bundle for a white Xbox One, I was all over that. So that took care of the weight aspect. Also, if it was 1 terabyte, I would look into it. It was still 500 gigs like mine. Wasn't really worth it. Guy goes, "Oh, but there's an audio jack." And I was like, "That's cool. I already have an audio jack in my older one, my newer controller I bought for the Xbox One." So, but it was just funny because he's like, $42, man, it's not bad. I was like, yeah, but why do I need to?
Yeah, I don't need it.
If my Xbox was black, yeah, and I wanted a white one, absolutely. But I was like, I just want the game and enjoy a great time.
And have a nice day.
That's it. So thank you guys for watching part 1 of our episode 52 WYSP series. We have Wednesday coming up, Pokken Tournament.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to hear that because I'm on the fence. I'm really tempted to buy it because, as you gentlemen know, my birthday's coming up in a couple of weeks. And, the family's asking for stuff, so I asked for a 2 terabyte extra on my Xbox One because I need it. So I was like, And they're like, well, what games do you want? I was like, well, Uncharted's coming out. I already had that paid off. Ratchet and Clank, I'm not going to be waiting for my birthday, you know? So I'm thinking, I was like, maybe I'll get Pokken Tournament. So it's going to be interesting to what you have to say on Friday.
I will win you Wednesday
to see how I will react. Didn't I say Wednesday?
No, you said Friday.
Oh.
Then he said Thursday, and then he said Wednesday.
Wait.
I've been rambling. I apologize. Who was the first guy? No. Thank you guys for watching so much. Make sure you check out, like I said, the Quantum Break Let's Play. Also, stay tuned. I have some Uncharted Let's Plays coming up. I go through Uncharted, the first one. I play the very beginning. I play Uncharted 2 during the middle. And then Uncharted 3 towards the end. And then right the night before Uncharted comes out, which Uncharted 4 Thieves End, on Monday, you will see the ending of Uncharted 3. I play the ending. I show you guys all about the ending. So if you want to see, get you ready. I mean, I don't think it's going to go into 4 as much, but all that will be up for you. Make sure you check out the fun pictures on Twitter that we've been doing, which I've been liking.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have been, but I'm liking them.
I haven't seen them.
So you can always follow us on Twitter and Instagram at improv_gaming. Email us, you know all that. Comment. If you have been playing Quantum Break and you have to put into your sense. Right now, try not to spoil it too much. We'll have a video for that.
Slow down. You're talking a mile a minute.
You sound like me on a normal day.
You're like, and it's like a kid excited for Christmas.
I'm just excited.
I know. You're really excited for this game. So that should be a testament to how good this game is.
Yep.
How excited Pete is.
You could all our WYSP series. I don't think I've ever been so excited. Like I enjoyed Far Cry. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed my Far Cry.
I'm surprised this entire episode hasn't been.
I've enjoyed Syndicate, you know, but Quantum Break, I think, right now, if it stands, and I've said this to you, game of the year for me right now. Granted, Uncharted hasn't come out, Horizon Zero Dawn hasn't come out, Gears of War 4 haven't come out, the big heavy hitters that I'm intrigued haven't come out. But for right now, I've been enjoying this. It's not the first time a early game has won my game of the year, too. So all things related to Quantum Break or all things video games, you know where to keep it, right here on youtube.com/improvgaming. I slowed down. It's a low-key thing. I had my Frappuccino this morning and this afternoon. I am a Starbucks whore. Thank you guys so much for Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching. See you Wednesday for Pokken Tournament. And as always,
Game on.